once again another edition of Inside the Headset. It is week 5, game 5, and the season is flying by. It's Tuesday. I'm on the campus of Riverdale, and I've got with me the head coach of the Riverdale Warriors, head coach Will Kriesky. How you doing today, Coach?
Good, Stuart. How you doing?
Doing well. Well, last Friday night may have been good to take some automotive courses or be a bus mechanic. Take us through kind of what transpired after you left the campus and took off toward Germantown.
Well, first of all, one bus took off and left. The other group of kids sit here and waited. One of the buses, we got 2 charters, and one of the buses had a wreck on the way there. They said the other bus will be there in 15 minutes. I just said, hey, we'll go ahead. First bus will go ahead. That way they'll be in line to eat.
So you've got one in line moving toward Germantown, and you're waiting on one.
Yes, because they said 15 minutes. I thought it would be 15 minutes. But it wasn't. An hour later, I get a message, we're finally leaving. So then have frustration come in. You know how it is on game day. Coaches on game day is not good.
So what did you do? Did you go on or did you stay?
Yeah, no, we kept on. I went on the first bus. We kept on. We drove straight to Germantown and went to a restaurant, Piccadilly's down there about like a mile and a half from Germantown High School. So once we got to Germantown,
how many players you got at this point with you?
So 55.
You got 55, and you and a partial coaching staff.
Yeah, I have 4 coaches on the bus. Me and 3 other coaches on the bus.
Okay.
So we get there. I feed those kids. They eat. And once they eat, I didn't want to wait an hour. I went ahead and put them back on the bus. I got on the bus, and we went to Germantown High School. Got to our place where we're dressing. Kind of spread out, walked around.
What time is it now?
It's that time. It was about 4:45ish.
Okay, so it's almost 5 o'clock. 2 hours for kickoff.
Yes, so it's about 4:45ish. Second bus pulls in about 30 minutes after we leave. They eat. They're getting back on the bus and they're headed to the high school. About to pull in, the power steering goes out on that bus. So by that time, I just tell them grab their stuff, walk over, cross campus, and come to the locker room where we're at. And that's what they did. I told them to get everything. And they got everything, and then got in the locker room with us.
Because you had gear on the bus, too.
Yeah, gear, equipment, coolers, we stuck that stuff underneath. And so it was, we had to navigate a lot of issues. But, you kind of prepare.
But you didn't prepare for that.
No, but, you never know what might happen. Because my fear always, I remember one time, a buddy of mine, Brian Coleman, Summit High School, was headed to Gallatin, and they had to delay kickoff because he got stuck in a wreck. And it's always, ever since then, I've always had that
little superstition about traveling.
Yes.
Whether it's across town or...
Yes, but I tell you what, man, it's good. We haven't, since I've been here, we hadn't taken many trips like that. We've taken 2 in the last 3 weeks. I think it was good for our kids to get out of Middle Tennessee. I don't like spending all that money on buses and travel and feeding them. But it was good for us, good experience for the kids. Some of the other kids that name has got recognized in Memphis, things like that, the way they played. So it was good for experience. We started off, played well, just didn't finish like we should have.
They got a good team.
They got a really good team, and it's no excuse. We did some things to disrupt them early on, and now we got to learn how to finish games when you got to lead and control the game and stay in control. And then when they start getting some of the momentum, we got to learn not to let it snowball and stop that momentum. But it was a heck of a game. I mean, their quarterback's legit, man. He's a good football player.
He can hurt you when he wants to.
Yeah, we got him.
Did he take control of the game when he wanted to?
We got him frazzled. We had a pick 6, and then we had another pick in the second series. So we had him frazzled for a minute, but then he took off, and ran the ball well. He was the quarterback for Haywood last year. He did really well. So he was a heck of a football player. And they had a Mississippi State commit up front. They got some good dudes around them. But we got some good players too, and we got to finish these games.
Well, injury-wise, how'd you come out?
We got a couple, but I think they'll be all right. It should be all right by Friday.
Did you get home in a reasonable time? Did they get other buses, or what did they do?
The other bus made it there before the game was over. So we got home about 2:45. It's 3 o'clock. So kids probably left the facility around 3:30. By the time they unloaded their bags, unpacked.
So when did you leave Memphis?
Well, so we had in the fourth quarter we had a clock debacle. So they scored a touchdown, and I was kind of catching on in the first half, and I said, official, what's the time on the clock? He said 9:04. I said, yes, sir. They kick off. It was a touchback. We had an offensive possession. We took it down 80 yards. We turned the ball over, and then they were about to snap, and I look at the clock. It was 4:05. I said, whoa, we need to talk about this. And it was 20 minutes before they figured it out, what was going on. And it was nothing Germantown's issue. Germantown told the officials they had a glitch in their clock, that they need to keep time on the field. So before we played, they just said, let's put 7:30 back on the clock.
We don't know where we are, but we're picking 7:30. I mean, but I guess it
was better than 4:05.
It was better than 4:05. It's better than 4:05. So you get out of that, you get home, trade video, do what you need to do, and now you prepare, and there's no more games that, where we got to grow up, just like you said. There's no more learning games in front of you. You can't, just say, well, it's okay. No more of that, because Friday night you host the Rockville Rockets, and they're coming off of a pretty big win for their program. Went down Stewart's Creek and won. What do you like about Brian Guthrie's Rockville Rockets?
They're playing hard. He does a really good job. They're really good up front. He's an O-line coach himself, and he's got them guys up front, man. That's where it all starts. And the quarterback's back from last year. Quarterback played really well for us. He's got them playing well. Jalen Morgan is an unbelievable athlete. He's playing phenomenal right now. So they're doing some really good things, and defensively they're flying to the football.
Yeah, Coach Rice talked about how that they're more of an attacking mode since Guthrie has taken over and coming after you. And have you noticed that change?
Oh yeah. They don't hold back. They're going to come at you early and take chances.
Yeah.
They'll take some chances early. That's what we tell guys. You've got to be prepared for anything and everything, because they're going to take their chances because they want to get you on your heels and they want to get you frustrated early.
Well, it's always been a classic matchup. Stork Vision's going to be here. We'll be here Friday night, but I've always enjoyed this game. They kind of, they are an offspring of Riverdale High. I mean, no question. I mean, some of the kids in the early days that had to leave Riverdale and go to Rockville to help form that school, but it hadn't been a hated rivalry or anything like that. It's been more or less just that's where we came from, and we got to go play those guys next on the schedule.
Yeah, it's respected rivalry.
Yes.
Like I said, Mr. Luker's done a great job building tradition over there. Coach Guthrie's done a good job continuing to start and build some tradition there, and they're doing a lot of good things over there. And like you said, they're a heck of a football team, and they got after us last year. So, we got to remember that and be ready, for anything on Friday night.
Well, when we get into region play, the crowds will get bigger and it'll be a little bit more intense, and that's what the kids really practice for, and that's the reason why they decide to play football. It's the big stage, and there's no question of that.
No, it's not. There's no question. There's going to be everybody from Rockville, everybody from Riverdale, everybody from this side of town will be at that game Friday night. And it's going to be good. It's going to be fun for the kids.
Yeah.
The kids, that's what they deserve. That's what they need.
It's what you live to play for. You live to play in a big atmosphere.
Yes, and it'll be fun. And our guys will be ready, their guys will be ready, and it'll be a full quarter game, I'll tell you that.
All righty, Friday night right here at Tomahawk Stadium. That kickoff's at 7 o'clock, and y'all be here.